Today we're at Whiskey Springs, which is an area just below the Big Lost Mountains. It's in an area that's associated with the Thousand Springs, which is a huge spring confluence. It's quite an anomaly for this part of the world. A lot of vegetation. It stays green well into the summer. This area is such a little green gem in the middle of the sagebrush steppe environment. It attracts all sorts of wildlife and people to use it that you wouldn't ordinarily see in this part of the world.
I love this land. The skies are blue, the air is clean, the water's fresh. To me, it was heaven. Mosquitoes and all. And the mosquitoes were terrible. At night, when the sun would start to set, you could see just black clouds, and they were nothing but mosquitoes. And today, neither my brother nor I are bothered by mosquito bites. I think you build up a resistance because we used to swallow them and everything else.
It's an area that gets a lot of traffic, and that's absolutely on purpose. Originally, this building was put here because it was along what was called a freight road, and it was a freight road that went from Challis to Mackay and was the major route. It was put here in the 1890s and was considered and used as a stage stop initially. The name of this cabin is the Whiskey Springs Cabin, and during Prohibition, the larders had quite a way with grain and were very good at bootlegging. And that they also had this lovely spring that kept things cold.
Just about every canyon along this mountain range had people up with a still. My grandfather Claude, that built this, came from Utah, and he was looking for a place to make a living, and he got the contract for the mail from Willow Creek Summit to Challis. That's how he got his start, hauling mail. And my father was born in this building.
It's a 1.5-story single pen log structure that means that it has 4 walls and all the interior walls are board. So it basically has no internal structure. It's got a rafter system, which is pretty unusual, and I do not know if that's the original structure of the roof or not.
And the only evidence of Whiskey Springs?
One of the reasons this building is still standing is because of the notch pattern that was used. It helps stabilize the structure. It tells me that someone was interested in having this structure be there for a while.
This was the living room.
I remember sitting right here in this room at a table and eating deer chops and stuffed peppers. I can even taste them. We were loved. And it didn't matter how poor we were or what we ate for dinner, we were just loved, and it was a wonderful thing.
The Homestead Act was very significant to this area, mainly because it opened up a lot of areas that previously hadn't been considered for homesteading, and it's a part of our history and the development of the United States that I think is fascinating. When you have a site that's only 100 years old, you get a level of preservation that you don't find in very many parts of the country. Wood just doesn't rot here.
It is worth saving. It is a historic landmark.
This land is our land, and it's America, and let's not throw it away. Let's remember these beautiful memories, the history of the making of our country. It's valuable. If we forget where we came from, we'll never be the nation we can be.